What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles, the YouTube channel. This is the Madison League Cup round number 5. On the left, we have Steven playing, I'm pretty sure, Volcanion, and Samantha Collier on the right playing a Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo Garbodor deck. And it's going to be interesting to see how does this matchup play out. We do have Samantha playing our Garbodor, shutting down Volcanion, Steam Ups, all that kind of good stuff. And it does make Volcanion hard to one-shot a Mewtwo. See a coin flip there. And for those who don't know, Samantha Collier is actually the person who made the Team Fish Knuckles logo that you see all the time. She did hand draw it about 4 years ago by now, maybe 5, maybe I can't remember, like 4 or 5 years ago. We came up with the idea for Team Fish Knuckles and made the logo, and Samantha was the one who drew it. So thank you, Samantha, so much. It's so amazing. It's still like crazy that we have this amazing logo, and now there's a YouTube channel, all that kind of good stuff. But guys, want to give another shout out to TNLG that we're using their camera right now and their setup to actually record this game, and let us have 2 different streams at one time, which is fantastic. So we're going to see both players setting up here, and let's see what's going to happen. We see Steven does get out his GX token, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't play any GX Pokemon, unless he does play a Tauros, which could also happen at any moment. Anybody could be playing a Tauros, Ninja Boy into Tauros, and be good to go. But we're going to see what happens. Can Mega Mewtwo Garbodor take it, or will Volcanion tag it instead? And we're going to wait here in a second, see what happens. And there's the handshake, and let's see what happens. So Samantha does start with the Mewtwo EX. And fair warning, Samantha hasn't played in a good minute. I don't think she's played since like last year almost. But we see a Mewtwo, Spirit Link, DC on the active, Hoopa, use Scoundrel to search for 3 new EX Pokemon. And even though she hasn't played a long time, obviously she's doing fairly well. She is round number 5. She's near the top tables. I don't know the exact placements, but she has to be somewhere near the top if she did make it on stream. So Samantha looks like she will grab 2 Mewtwo and maybe a Shaman EX. Yep, we'll see another Shaman EX coming down. And can she find a turn 1 Trubbish Floatstone to get that turn to Garbodor to take down this Volcanion? Because once you have Garbodor online, you can shut down the Steam Ups and make it where Volcanion EX really doesn't do too much damage. So we see Team Mewtwo's come down. She actually has 2 Shaman in his hand, so Shaman's set up for 2. Does she find an Ultra Ball as Mega Mewtwo and a Psychic Energy? And she has a Sycamore hand, but you really don't want to Sycamore this hand away. But she needs to get Garbodor at the same time, and nope, just going to pass on to Steven's turn. Now we see a Volcanion coming down from Steven. We see an Ultra Ball discarding a Fire Energy and an N, which will most likely grab his own Hoopa to use Scoundrel and search for 3 new EX Pokemon. So Hoopa will come down, finding a Volcanion. We'll find a, let's see what else he decides to get here. See a Salamence, and, a Salamence can make things very interesting here with the Visa thing. You do a 10 plus 50 for each Pokemon, or for each EX on your opponent's side of the field. And nope, just gonna grab a Shaman instead. So just a Volcanion Shaman. Now he probably wants to save the spot for a baby Volcanion to use Power Heater this turn, if that's possible. And we see screen get brighter than darker, alright. See them playing with the settings right now, trying to make it look perfect. And I imagine Shaman will not be played straight away. You see it go back in his hand. So Skyfield will come down. Shaman set up for 4 new cards. And he has a Fire Energy, VS Seeker, Ultra Ball, and something else in his hand. There's a 6th card, okay. And yep, there's 6 cards in his hand. He does have a Fire Energy to the active, okay. He's got an Ultra Ball, get his card 2 Fire Energies, and he's going to find another Volcanion, okay. He must already have he probably doesn't have another Shaman because there's 2 on his side of the field. Duh, Josh. But I think I would have rather attached that Fire Energy to Baby Volcanion so that we can maybe attack next turn. Because what Samantha could do is maybe license up a Shaman. And nope, we're going to see N from Steven. Going to put both players down to 6 new cards. Can Steven find a Max Elixir, find a Fire Energy, and start using Power Heater to get 2 energies on his field? And, yeah, we're going to see both players shuffle up here. Can Samantha find a Trubbish and Floatstone? Can Steven find a way to find a Max Elixir? That's a real question. 6 new cards. And there's a Max Elixir going to his hand. And Samantha doesn't have a Trubbish or Flowstone in her hand. She does have a Spirit Link, Psychic Energy. We see Max Elixir finding a Fire Energy. Put it on that bench, Volcanion. Okay. Right now, Power Heater will only do 20 damage. Steven hasn't really done anything else. And we're going to see a retreat from the Shaman. We might see a Steam up here. He could opt just hold into hand, but nope, Steam up number 1. We'll see a retreat, and we'll see a Steam up for 50 damage, putting 2 Fire Energies into play. One, no, probably both Volcanion. So Fire Energy Volcanion and a Fire Energy Volcanion. Now on Samantha's turn, 3, 6, 9, 12. She will take a knockout on this active Volcanion if she can find a Mega. So we'll see a Spirit Link going to the bench Mewtwo. We'll see a Psychic Energy going to the active, and probably the Sycamore discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, trying to find. Oh, she could put a DC on the active and just blow this thing up, but then she has to worry about a Volcanion next knocking her out. So let's see what she decides to do here. I'm gonna put the DC on the active, and we'll see a Sycamore discard her hand, draw 7 new cards. Now, what she could have maybe done is put a DC to the bench, find a Mega, and then Mega Turbo to it, but she doesn't find any of these. She can't Mega Evolve, she doesn't have Ultra Ball, there's a Trubbish coming down, and we're going to see a pass from Samantha, unfortunately. She could retreat, discarding the DC, and send like Hoopa, just let that take a hit if needed. But yeah, we're going to see a pass on to Steven's turn. Wow, no Megas, no Ultra Ball. We know she has 2 in the deck at least, because we saw 2 in there earlier. Now Steven is going to train this well. Look at top cards of his deck. There's a Volcanion, Sycamore, Floatstone, and an Escape Rope. And we'll see the Escape Rope go down to the bench of Volcanion, okay? And that way, when he uses Power Heater, or not Power Heater, Volcanion, oh man, I can't remember what it's called right now. Volcanic Heat, I think that's what it is. Oh, I can't remember what the attack name is. But once he uses it, he'll be able to free treat into the other Volcanion and be able to use them. Another Volcanion X will come down. Volcanic Heat, I think that's what it is. I don't know why I can't remember Volcanion's attack right now. I don't know why I'm blanking. But we'll Ultra Ball for the 4th Volcanion, and now he's ready to go. He can steam up 4 times this turn. Which will do 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, and actually knock out the active if he can steam up 4 times. That's the thing. So Fear Belt to the active. We'll see a Trainer's Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. He finds a Lysander going to his hand. He's already played a Sycamore, so you can't play 2 supporter cards, obviously. Okay. And let's see what else will Steven do here. Does he... Let me find a max. Does he find any energies? That's the first thing. And I don't see any hand. He does have a max elixir. Salamence will hit the field. Trainer's Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. Opted not to get anything, so he must not have like a retrieval or anything to get back fire energies, like a letter or anything like that. Okay. And let's see what Steven does here. What is in his hand? Or what would you see a Power Heater doing 40? Or 30, sorry, putting 2 fighters in the field. So Floatstone to the Hoopa. He's got a max, looks like the top cards of his deck. And he finds a Fire Energy. I wonder, gonna put on the Salamence, getting, that BC Fling ready to go, which could be very scary. Right now it's doing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 260 damage. Alright, so see Steven using Power Heater, gonna get 2 fighters in play. He does have 3 in the discard pile, so 1 in the Volcanion EX. We'll see another on the Volcanion EX as well. Oh, just one with the 1 energy. Alright, so on a Samantha's turn, gonna draw a card, and she has a Psychic Energy. You could put this on a bench Mewtwo. I think I'd rather attach a DC to the bench Mewtwo, play it in 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You're gonna do 160 damage, which, it actually doesn't knock it out. It has 170 HP thanks to the Fear Belt, so she will need to commit a Psychic Energy on this guy to take a knockout. But if you do, you have 180 damage on you, and then you Mega Evolve, well then Steven can just, find an Energy and Volcanion Heat for the knockout. And let's see what Samantha decides to do here. She could, DC the bench Mewtwo, and then try to find a Mega Turbo if she does find a Mega, and you can see she's doing the math right now, making sure she will take a knockout if she does find that Mega. We'll see a Psychic Energy deactive, which is enough, and we'll see it in. Both players will shuffle up and get some new cards. Can Samantha find a Mega Mewtwo, a Garbodor, and a Floatstone? If she does that, it will put Steven back just a little bit, but all Steven needs is a Fire Energy. He'll be able to Volcanion Heat for the knockout, and yeah, that'd be really good. So, it all comes down to what does Samantha find. Does she even find a Mega Mewtwo is the real question. So both players are going to get 6 new cards. Neither player has taken a knockout. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And Samantha still doesn't find doesn't find a Mega Mewtwo. So we see a Floatstone going to the bench, Trubbish. And because she has Shatter Shot for 30, we'll probably see yeah, probably just a Shadow Shot for 30. You could pass, and that way you get damage change if needed. But this is crazy. Alright, so this is not looking good for Samantha. This is not what you want happening. She hasn't found an Ultra Ball. She could retreat this turn. Yeah, she is going to retreat. And I wonder what she'll decide to send up if she does retreat. And you can see she's like, do I want to retreat? Nope, just going to Shadow Shot for 30. Alright, so on to Steven's turn. Let's see, so that Mewtwo has 80 damage on it, has 90 HP left. If Steven can discard 3 energies, he will take a knockout this turn. So Max looks like he does find some energies. Gonna put on that bench Volcanion Axima. Oh, and the Salamence. Ooh, Beastly Fang. That is a very scary card. Especially if he can, like, retreat, use Volcanion Heat to knock out the Mewtwo EX, and then have Beastly Fang ready to take another knockout on Mewtwo the following turn. Oh, man, that'd be really scary. So, what does Steven attach here? Does he put a Fire Energy on that bench Volcanion? Does he go for Steam Ups? Does he try to dig for a switch? Or does he just Power Heater, get more energies on his field, and just be fine with that? He does have a ton of energy on the field right now. He has 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 Fire Energies. There's Steam Up number 1. Okay. And, alright, so Steam Up number 1. And let's see, a Fire Energy to that bench, Volcanion. Okay, nope, just go to Power Heater. Alright, so on Samantha's turn, go to draw a card, and she finds a Lysander, and now you have to start powering up this bench Mewtwo EX. Alright, so we'll see a Psychic Energy to that Mewtwo, and we'll see an end most likely. Now, what she could have done is Lysander up and Volcanion, attach a Psychic Energy and damage change for the knockout, which would be really cool to see. She does have a Lysander here, but there's an end. Both players are going to shuffle up. Even though she could have done the damage change play, Steven will still have access to, like, Volcanion Heat and stuff like that to knock it out the following turn. But I think, oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I would have gone for the damage change, like a Lysander Shaman, damage change, put 140, heal your Mewtwo all the way up, forcing your opponent to have Fire Energies to actually knock you out still, because he does have a bunch of fires on the field. And she does find a Mega Mewtwo. She can Mega Evolve and take a knockout this turn, but that that Mewtwo will get immediately knocked out. So Mega Mewtwo going to the active spot, okay. And we will see a Psychic Infinity for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 190 damage, which is enough for the knockout. And we'll see, I think you actually sent a Salamence here. Not Salamence, Volcanion, because you could Beast Flame for the knockout, correct? Yeah, that's fine. But if Samantha gets a Garbodor down next turn, Steven can't knock out a brand new Mega Mewtwo. So I'd rather him have sent the Volcanion EX, use Volcanion Heat for the knockout, and that way if Samantha does get a Garbodor, you still can't take a knockout the Beastly Fang. But we'll see Steven taking a knockout. I'm going down to 4 prize cards. Samantha will send a Trubbish, and let's see what does Samantha have here. She's got a DC, so 3, 6, 9. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. She's got a Lice in her hand, but you definitely try Sycamore. You definitely Sycamore here. Try to dig for Garbodor. If you get the Garbodor plus a Mega Mewtwo, you knock out the Salamence. You take away Steven's only real way to take a knockout the following turn. And let's see what does Samantha find with these 7 new cards. 3, 6, and 7. Does she find a Mega Mewtwo plus a Garbodor? And she finds a Mega Mewtwo and a Garbodor, so she will be able to take a knockout and get a Garbodor on the field, so that's fantastic. So Spearling go to the bench. We can see an Ultra Ball, discarding a Floatstone and a Shaman to get the Garbodor, and she will be able to take a knockout this turn. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Alright, so Smith all of a sudden is going to take a huge lead. Going to get the Garbodor out, and she is good to go. Alright. So Samantha will be able to swing with this Mega Mewtwo, taking a knockout, going down to 3 prize cards, and Steven will not be able to retaliate. He'll have to 2-shot this Mega Mewtwo. Samantha will retreat into the Mega Mewtwo and Psychic Affinity for the knockout. Alright, going down to 3 prize cards, okay? And let's see, what does Steven do here? He needs to find a way to maybe knock out the Trubbish. Garbodor, that's probably a good thing to do. We see a Max looks. We're gonna look at the top cards of his deck. He finds a Fire Energy. He's got plenty of Fire Energies. Gonna put on the Volcanion next. Okay. And yeah, Samantha, she's gonna put a DC on that the Mewtwo on the bench. She'll be able to Psychic Infinity active for the knockout. And yeah, it looks like Samantha might be able to steal this game away. We'll see what Steven does here. He can maybe Lysander up that Shaman, go down to 2 prize cards. But how do you take your last 2? Okay, so Trainer's Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. He finds another Lysander. And the only way he'll be able to take a back-to-back knockout is if Samantha does put down another Shaman. So we've seen Escape Rope come down. If you're Samantha, I think you send up the Shaman and just let it get knocked out and let Steven go down to 2 prize cards. If he does play the Escape Rope, that's the key. Does he play the Escape Rope or not? He's gonna play the Escape Rope. Send in the Mewtwo EX, which I think you'd rather get the Shaman knocked out. Let's see. The Steven use, okay, yeah, he's gonna put the Volcanion with the Flowstone, okay. And he can Life Center, bring up a Shaman, bring up Garbodor, take a knockout if he wants to go that route, and we'll see it in putting both players down to low hand size. Yeah, so I mean, either way, Samantha's going to be fine. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If she finds a Mega Mewtwo, DC, and a Mega Turbo, which is a lot to ask for, but if she does that, she'll be able to knock out this Volcanion next, going down to 1 prize card, having the bench Mewtwo ready to go as well. So let's see what Samantha's 3 cards are. I see an Ultra Ball, VS Seeker, and she will be able to get a Mega Mewtwo down. There's a Fear Belt to the bench, Volcanion, and we'll see a Volcanion Heat for 130 damage. And can Samantha find a way to knock out this guy? Alright, so she's got an Ultra Ball. She could discard 2 cards from her hand. Okay, I'm going to put down the Mewtwo. I definitely think you just Ultra Ball, discard the Trubbish Mewtwo to grab a Mega Mewtwo. She's gonna look this discard pile. Maybe her other Mega Mewtwo is prized, and that's why she's not getting it. But let's see, what does she do here? We're gonna see a VS Seeker for Sycamore, discard her hand, draw 7 cards. Now, what she could do is put down Trubbish, then VS Seeker for Sycamore, hope to hit like a Stadium card to bump the Skyfield. And you discard your Shaman so your opponent doesn't have an easy knockout. But we're going to see a VS Seeker for Sycamore, discard her hand, draw 7 new cards. And can Samantha find a Mega Mewtwo plus DC plus a Mega Turbo? And she finds a Trainer's Mail. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh no! If she had a Mega Mewtwo, she would be able to take a knockout this turn. So Trainer's Mail, look at top 4 cards of her deck. Perilous City, and there's the Mega Mewtwo just standing there, smiling at her. She does have Mega Turbo plus a Psychic Energy, so she would actually be able to take a knockout this turn on that Mewtwo EX. Oh no! But let's see what Samantha does here. She could grab Perilous City, put her opponent down to 3. If she wants to do that, or maybe make it where Volcanion does less damage. Okay. Yeah, so see a Perilous City come down. Okay. And like I said, she could Perilous City Steven down to 3, but Steven probably just keep the 3 Volcanions, or maybe the 2 Volcanions plus a Hoopa. Because Steven will be able to take a knockout next turn. Okay, there's no denying that will happen. So let's see. Samantha does have an N for next. There's a Shrine of Memories come down. Steven's just going to bump his field down to 5. Okay. And let's see what Samantha does. She could touch a Psychic Energy to that bench Mega Mewtwo anyway. And, like, just get ready to, like, take a back-to-back knockout with her Mega Mewtwo, which is fine. A good part of Psychic Energy to the other Mewtwo. Okay. And we'll see a pass on to Steven's turn. He will be able to Volcanion Heat, or retreat and Volcanion Heat for the knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So Samantha will promote the Garbodor, has free treat thanks to the Flowstone. That Skyfield should be discarded as well, but whatever. Now Samantha will have to put more energies on, had to double Mega Turbo to that bench Mega Mewtwo. So the double Mega Turbo to bench Mega Mewtwo, and then end Steven down to 2 cards, hoping he doesn't find a Life Center to knock out her Shaman EX. Alright, so let's see, Samantha's going to do some math here real quick, making sure she can take the exact knockout on this Volcanion EX. Alright, a double Mega Turbo will take a knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. Yeah, it's plenty. It's enough for sure. So, Mega Turbo. Oh, hold on, wait for it. She's got double Mega Turbo, so we'll see both of those come down most likely. But does she have 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile? And yep, there's 2. Okay, she's going to Mega Turbo number 1. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. I mean, yeah, you Mega Turbo to that guy. You Mega Turbo again, just to get, like, then your deck down either way. But go to the end, going to put Steven down to 2, and the question is, does he find a Life Center? If he finds a Life Center, he'll be able to bring up the Shaman, use the bench Volcanion for the knockout, and take this game. So we're going to see it end. What happens? Does Steven find a way to knock out that Shaman? That's the big deal. That's the big question here. Alright, so both players are getting some cards. Does Steven find a Lysan Office 2? I think he does. I think he has Sycamore and something else. We'll see retreat into the Mega Mewtwo. Samantha will take a knockout going down to one prize card. Does Steven find a Lysander or not? See Olympian hand. Gonna draw a card, and I think he just top picked the Lysander. Wow. I'm pretty sure his two cards in hand were like Sycamore, Olympia, and just top picked the Lysander to take this game. Alright, so that's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, like I said, Samantha hasn't played in a long time. I think it's their first time playing with Mega Mewtwo, so she really doesn't know all the ins and outs. But Steven will take that game. Even though Samantha got a Garbodor, it was kind of too late, and Steven will take the first game. But it is best 2 out of 3. Samantha will decide to go first. Most likely, you want to get set up as quickly as possible. And we're going to see what's going to happen in game number 2, guys. Do you want to see Samantha take it, or do you want to see Steven take it with his Volcanion EX Salamence deck? Alright, so both players are going to shuffle up. And guys, once again, shout out to TNLG. The links are down below to their website. Make sure you check them out. Fantastic people, for sure. Like, amazing people. And after this, guys, we have one more round of Swiss, top 8, top 4, and the finals. So still we have a bunch of videos left to go. And here we go, guys, on to game number 2. Let's see what happens. And Steven does find Pokemon, and Samantha finds Mewtwo, Spirit Link, Psychic Energy. So she's already having a good turn. And let's see what happens in game number 2. And she finds a Floatstone, but gonna put a Spirit Link on the active, probably touch a Psychic Energy, and we'll see it in, giving both players a new hand of 6. Alright, she has a Parallel City, which I think you hold on to right now. You could put Steven down to 3, but he plays Skyfield. He probably plays like maybe Scorched Earth, but yeah, gonna put down the Parallel City already and playing in, giving both players new hands of 6. Okay. Now, I mean, this could disrupt Steven if he has like a Hoopa in hand. He can't really use the full effect of Hoopa. He'll only be able to grab 2 Pokemon, which is, you know, not very good when your Hoopa is aiming to get 3. But still, I mean, he plays stadium cards. This is why you always hold on to your stadiums unless it's not lab, or like if you need that stadium automatically. Like Samantha didn't really need the stadium, so it's like a kind of, she really didn't play it down. But we see Samantha draws into a Shaman, Ultra Ball, and what I might do here is Ultra Ball, discard double Sycamore. I know you get rid of 2 Sycamores, but you grab a Trubbish, and then you get Shaman set up for 4 new cards, hoping to find something for the following turn. And I think this is a fine play. You need to get down Trubbish right now. So Ultra Ball discards double Sycamore to find a Trubbish, because she needs to, oh no, she's going for Hoopa instead, okay. She wants to get more Mewtwo's down, which I do understand. Like, you want more Mewtwo's down so that way you can get ready to go, but you need to find that turn 2 Garbodor. Both see a Scoundring, search for 2 or 3 EX Pokemon. She already has a Shaman in hand, but she might grab 2 Shamans. But no, gonna grab 2 Mewtwo's, okay. She already has a Shaman in hand, gonna set up for 4 new cards, and can she find a Trubbish plus a Floatstone, or just a Trubbish for the turn? That's all she really needs right now. So we'll see a Shaman come down, gonna set up for 4 new cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh no, she doesn't find a Mewtwo, or not a Mewtwo, a Trubbish. Alright, she found a Mewtwo, that's no problem. But we'll see a pass on to Steven's turn. So Steven will draw a card. He does have an Ultra Ball, which would allow him to grab a Hoopa, but right now he can't really because of that Parallel City, putting him down to 3. So he trained as well for Sycamore, okay. And he's got an Ultra Ball. Do you use Ultra Ball for like a baby Volcanion? Maybe Steam Up, trying to put some damage out with a Power Heater this turn. That's not too bad. Yeah, we'll see what Steven decides to do here. He's got an Ultra Ball. He's got several Fire Energies in hand. So Volcanion will come down. Fire Energies to Volcanion. Alright, so he already has a Volcanion in hand. And this Ultra Ball might grab a second Volcanion X. Not a bad play at all, for sure. You'd rather get the Volcanion out. I know he's probably thinking, you know what, I need a Power Heater. I mean, I need Steam Up, but he's gonna grab Hoopa, gonna use Scoundring, and only grab a Volcanion X. Alright, this is, yeah, the Parallel City. Yeah, only allowed him to get 1 Pokemon. I mean, I guess, like, hypothetically, he did thin his deck down, so he doesn't draw a Hoopa. But I definitely think he grabbed the Hoopa on accident, and was like, oh man, I'm Parallel City. Oh well, might as well grab a Hoopa. I mean, might as well grab a Volcanion, and wow, can. But it's gonna shuffle up. Going to Sycamore, discard his hand, draws 7 new cards. Can he find some fire juice? And he does. So he will be able to double steam up this turn. But does he find a stadium card? I don't see one right now. There's a trainer smell. Once again, there's a license to go in his hand, but really no way to counter this Parallel City. Alright, so we'll see your treat. We'll probably see some double steam ups. He's got 2 fires in hand, so he can double steam up, allow him to do 60 more damage to do 80 to this Mewtwo. So double steam up, and we'll see a Volcanion Heat, or not Volcanion Heat, Power Heater for 80 damage. Alright, so on Samantha's turn, she does have a Mega Mewtwo already in her hand. There's another Spear Link coming down as well. So Spear Link to the bench, we'll see a Mega Mewtwo to the active. And I think if you're Samantha, you just put the DCE, you Mega Evolve, and you Sycamore, just discard your hand, draw 7 new cards. You could play an N, but you need a deck for more Pokemon. You need to find a Trubbish, you need to find a Flowstone, but she might play conservative here and just like via Seeker for N to get a new hand of 6. But I think you're fine with just Sycamore. And yeah, we are going to see Sycamore. She's going to discard her hand, draw 7 new cards. Does she find a Trubbish this turn? And that is the key main question. And I don't see one in her hand. I don't see an Ultra Ball either. Oh no. She will get another Mega Mewtwo online. That's 100% true. But man, that's man. All right, so we'll see a Psychic Infinity for the knockout. She'll get 5 prize cards. Steve will send the Volcanion with the Fire Energy, and on a Steven's turn, can he find a Fire Energy? Well, there's one right there, and a Via Seeker for Sycamore. Discard is that's a is that a Steam Up? And that's what it was. I think it might be a Steam Up actually. It looks like 7 new cards, and I don't think he can attack this turn. He does have a Scorched Earth. He can discard a Fire Energy, draw 2 new cards. All right, Trainer's Mail. Finds an Ultra Ball, okay? Now, with this Ultra Ball, he will be able to grab a Baby Volcanion or a Shaman. Let's see what he decides to discard with this Ultra Ball. He's got a lot of options. Does he grab a Volcanion? Or does he grab a Shaman to help set up to get some more cards in his hand? He does have a Scorched Earth, so he's able to play his hand down, or able to put down a Shaman this turn. He's got a Scorched Earth coming down. He's got a Scorched Earth drawing 2 new cards. Max Elixir. That was a Steam Up. There we go. Our 3, 4, 5, 6. And he doesn't find an energy with that Max Elixir. If he did, he would have be able to attack right now because he does have a Fire Energy in his hand, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we see an Ultra Ball, probably discard a... I'm not sure what's all in his hand. I'm not sure at all what's in there. He does have a Fire Energy. He does have another Shaman. So see our energy will get 2 Fire Energies back into his hand. Okay. He does have another Steam Up if he wants to go that route. So Steam Up number 2. We'll see an Ultra Ball, discard an Ultra Ball, and I don't know if I agree with discarding Double Fire here because you really don't have a way to attack now unless you draw into more fires with this Shaman. I think you'd rather just like Ultra Ball, discard some stuff, grab a Volcanion, attach a fire, and then Shaman setup. Okay, Fire Ball to the Volcanion, okay, and a Shaman set up for 5 new cards. He finds a Max Elixir, and he finds a Fire Energy going to that Volcanion. Salamence will come down. We'll see retreat. Oh, another Max Elixir first. And Fire Energy to that Volcanion next, okay. I mean, Steven could have taken a knockout this turn, but he's going to opt to instead do Power Heater, get some more Fire Energies on his field. But this will allow Samantha to take another knockout, power up the bench Mega Mewtwo, and put herself in a little bit more of a lead. The only thing right now, Samantha cannot take a knockout immediately. She has to put like a DC on the active, so it makes things a little bit weird for her, okay? Samantha will draw cards. Right now, she's only 3, 6, 9, 12, 130. She's got to do 40 more damage, which is like a double, like a DCE or a Mega Turbo plus a Psychic Energy. We see a Trainer's Mail. Oh, she has a... Oh, man. She actually has a Shrine of Memories in hand. 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And if she puts down a Shrine of Memories and finds a Psychic Energy, she'll be able to damage change for the knockout. But nope, Mega Turbo will come into her hand instead, okay? Man, that would be pretty sweet to see. A damage change knockout Volcanion. I mean, Volcanion X can realistically just take a knockout the following turn back onto you. Well, if he finds, like... He has to find a bunch of stuff, actually, to pull that off. So, we'll see a Mega Turbo to the active. Okay. And you get Mega Turbo to the active. She has to find another Psychic Energy to take a knockout. Alright, and we'll probably see an N. She's got a Lysander. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. What she could do is just license the bench Volcanion next, take a knockout. Or we might see an N. I wonder what she'll decide to do here. Does she go for the Life Center? Bring it 12, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, she is going to Life Center. Oh, no, there's an end. All right. So both players will set up. Samantha will find 5 new cards. Steve will get 6. But Samantha has to find an energy with this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. She's only doing 160 damage. She has to attach energy to the active, take a knockout. But when she does, Steve will be able to send a Volcanion with the 3 energies and knock her back out. And she does find a Psychic Energy, another Psychic Energy, Trainer's Mail. Look at top cards of her deck. And there's a Trubbish and there's an Ultra Ball going into her hand. Now with this Ultra Ball, I'm not sure exactly what you grab right now. I guess like Trubbish will be very nice. But you have 2 Psychic Energies in your hand. What you need to do is attach one to the active and then Mega Turbo to the bench. That's what you need to do here to get this other Mega Mewtwo ready to attack the following turn. So we'll see a Psychic Energy active. We'll see probably Mega Turbo to the bench. Oh, she is going to discard the Mega Turbo and a Psychic Energy to grab a Trubbish most likely. Alright, so Trubbish will come down. So let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Alright, so if Samantha... she'll take a knockout this turn. What she needs to find in the next turn's knockout Volcanion is a DCE plus a Mega Turbo. I don't know how many she's played. There's been a couple already played from her hand and stuff like that. But she will go down to 4 prize cards. We see a train as well from Steven. Go look at the top 4 cards of his deck. And what does he grab with this card? I think he actually ripped a sleeve. And that's what we see changing out right now, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. Alright, Train as well. Gonna look at top cards of his deck. He has a Fishman, which can get him back some energies to like be able to attack with the active, and then maybe I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, no Train as well. Okay, let's see what he decides to get here with the Train as well. I think that's what he's contemplating right now. It looks like he's contemplating a Fishman because you see him looking through his discard pile. It's like, all right, what do I grab with this? Yeah, what do I grab with this thing? Do I grab a Fishman? I think Fishman is actually fine here. There's a Fear Belt. Okay. Now, what you could do is Fear Belt your bench Volcanion, retreat, take a knockout, make your Samantha cannot retaliate straight away unless she finds like a DCE plus like double Mega Turbo, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yeah, she'll be forced to find a DC plus double Mega Turbo to take a knockout. But nope, I'm going to put a Fighting Fever on the Salamence EX. We'll see a Philistone to the other Volcanion. We'll see a Max Elixir. Look at top cards of his deck. Finds a Fire Energy for that Salamence EX. Right now, BC Fang will do 5, 10, 15, 20, 210 damage. Okay, no, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 260. Sorry, I apologize. And Steve will put down a Shaman, setting up some more cards. He does have a Fire Energy. Skyfield will come down, bumping his own Scorched Earth. We'll see a Fire Energy to maybe the active or the Salamence. Another Volcanion will come down. Another Volcanion will come down. And you got to treat to the Volcanion X. What energy? What will he attach his energy for turn? He hasn't attached yet. I don't think he has, if I remember correctly. He just max to that guy. So Fire Energy attachment, and we'll see a Volcanion Heat for the knockout, going down to 4 prize cards. All right. So on Samantha's turn, like I said, what she needs to find is a DCE plus a Mega Turbo. Take a knockout. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. All right, so there's a Mega Turbo. So that's okay. That's the part puzzle number 1. We'll see a Mega Turbo, put its Psychic Energy in the active. We'll see a VS Seeker for Sycamore. In does seem like very, very tempting. Like you need it in, and you're putting down low hand sights, but you need to find a DC, take a knockout this turn, and you need to find more stuff as well. So see a VS Seeker for Sycamore, discard her hand, draw 7 new cards. She does have a DC, she has a Garbodor. Alright, so she's looking good right now. She just doesn't have a Floodstone for that Garbodor. But she can put a DC in the active, take a knockout, going down to 2 prize cards. She has a Garbodor in her hand, but no Floatstone, no Tool card either. And we will see a knockout. Now, if I'm Samantha, I might actually Super Rod 2 Megas back in our deck. But nope, going to take a Psychic Affinity for the knockout, going down to 2 prize cards. We'll see Volcanion next come up. And can Steven find a Fire Energy? If he will, he'll be able to use BC Fling, knocking on the Mega Mewtwo, doing 210 no, I mean, I think it's a little bit more than 210. But we'll see a retreat into the Salamence. We'll see a Energy will get 2 Fire Energies back in his hand. There's a Fire Energy deactive. And we'll see a BC Flang for 220 damage. Not gonna let Mega Mewtwo go down to 2 prize cards. Now, can Samantha take a knockout? That I do not know. It's gonna be very, very hard for Samantha to take a knockout. She'll have to like, it's impossible. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. She actually, I don't think there's a way for her to take a knockout this turn. There's Spearlink, okay, so that's good. Spearlink to the active, okay. We'll see a DC as well. She needs to find an N, which she does not have in her hand. And if Steven has a Life Center, which he has a VS Secret hand, he'll be able to Life Center up that Shaman. And we see Salamence take 4 price cards. That's why Salamence is such a strong card. BC Fling is a really, really good attack, doing like a billion damage. You have your opponent has a ton of EXs down, which you do see Samantha has right now. She does have a Shrine of Memories, which realistically doesn't do too much. Yeah, you can buff the stadium and whatever, but Steven's just going to discard like Shaman and Hoopa, whatever. We'll see a Super Rod show back in the Mega Mewtwo, another Mega Mewtwo, and a Psychic Energy. I don't think she has 3 Mega Mewtwo's in discard pile. Okay, oh, yep, Mega Mewtwo and a Mewtwo. Okay, that's fine either way. She does have a DC in hand, but she does not have it in, and Steven does have a VS Seeker, and Steven, I mean, will most likely take this game unless he forgets that he has a license or discard pile. But there's no way you forget this at right now. Like, you have to win this game and the next game to make cut, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, what does Samantha do here? I mean, you DC the active. You could life center the Hoopa, get it stuck in the active spot. Ooh, that's actually like probably the best play, is you life center up the Hoopa, get it stuck in the active spot, then you Sycamore, and try to take a knockout the next turn. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Nope, just going to Sycamore, discard her hand, draw 7 new cards. If she had life center up the Hoopa, she maybe had a chance, but I don't know if Steven had a switch or a Flowstone in hand. She does find a Mega Mewtwo, okay, but there's no way she could take a knockout here. Like, yeah, we'll see Mega Mewtwo come down. Alright, and we will see a Psychic Painting doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 160 damage. Spear Link on the Garbodor, but it's too late. We'll see 160 damage going to the Salamence, and on his Steven's turn, he'll be a Secret for a Lysander, bring out the Shaman EX, and take this game. And yep, that's what we see. Bring out the Shaman and BC Thing for 170 damage. But there we go, guys. There's round number 5 of the Madison League Cup. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. You can see why Salamence is such a strong inclusion for these Volcanion decks. But guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.